Hi guys, come on in. This is where I worked in here for 35 years. Here's my Hall of Fame with lots of people on it. That was Steve Largent when he got inducted in the Hall of Fame, and that's when I raised the flag in '07. There's where I got inducted in the Hall of Fame back in '99. There's a picture I sent in to get to be in the Hall of Fame. Here's my Super Bowl ring when we won the Super Bowl. Best Seattle sports fan. How's that? I think it's pretty cool. And over there's my favorite call. See that? You know what that says? Pass interference. It's the only one I know, but I can do it really well and loud too. Pass interference! They decided to bring NFL here in the Seahawks, and I thought it'd be a great birthday present for my husband. So first day they got out, I picked up the ticket and gave them to him for his birthday and started in the Kingdome, and the rest is history. He was a football player and I was a cheerleader. Hey, it was like a dream come true. Once a cheerleader, always a cheerleader. Now I really had something to cheer for.
From as far away as Alaska, Seattle Seahawks season ticket holders flock to the Queen City when the Seahawks are in town.
Well, year one, we were kind of just feeling our way. It's kind of like, what do we do? But I cheered, obviously. I made a lot of noise, obviously. Hey, you don't go to the football game to sit there and knit, or something. I mean, you better be there ready to yell for your team or stay home. I was wearing just regular street clothes when I first started, but I got so tired of coming home smelling like a brewery. That's when I went to just a blue pantsuit and a kind of a funny looking wig. When I had my shop down on 5th Avenue, I did a lady, and her granddaughter was a seagull. And she says, you know what? You look like Mama Blue. It stuck. Well, as you can see, 43 years later, guess what? I'm still Mama Blue. Here's part of Mama Blue. I cover these shoes with material, and I do my glasses with the stars. I make everything myself. I cover my shoes, I make my own earrings, I make my own gloves, I dye my own wig, and then I wear a different one at Christmas. This is the wig I wear at Christmas. This one here I wear to the games. It takes about an hour and a half, though, to get my war paint on, because you have to put a little bit on, let it dry, put a little bit on, so it takes about an hour and a half to get my eyes done. Then I put the lashes on, then I put some more on, and then I got my shoes, one green, one blue, one green sock, one blue sock. Then I get the wig and get the earrings on, and I don't put my gloves, my boas, and my rest of my stuff on till I get to the game. Everybody says to me now, see what you started? Because when I was doing it, there was nobody doing it, but now every other person's got they're coming up with some pretty dynamic, faces and hair pieces and everything, but I'm just gonna stay on the blue. When we thought we were losing them, I marched down to Olympia in my Ma Blue outfit. Tricky and I went down there. I had a chart. I had the Seahawks, and I had the Sonics, and I had Mariners. I said people come by boat, by train, by plane, by bus. They walk in, they come on Fridays, they stay the weekend, they go to the restaurants, they go to the hotels. This one, I forget what senator it was, but he says, well, she kind of dresses funny, but sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And I thought, well, thank you very much, you crazy whatever. It was like a dream come true. hard to believe. The seats weren't even in. They took me down and said, Mama Blue, where do you want to sit? I said, where do the boys come out? They said, right here. I said, then I'll take the first 6 here in this end zone. And I'm right there so I can greet my boys when they come out. I love it there and see everybody and high five. I mean, most of them give me a fist bump. I just love it. All the old ones come back, like, are you still here? And yeah, I are, and I'm going to stay until somebody kicks me out. Shaquem Griffin gave me this at the last game, and I have many, 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 many gloves, all from players that are marked with the game on them. I told my kids and grandkids later on there's your inheritance out there, go for it. I have my regulation helmet, signed by Paul Allen and Mike Holmgren. They gave me that when I got inducted into the Hall of Fame. When they called me from the Seahawks to say, Mama Blue, there's a contest going on, and they want a fan from each team in the actual Hall of Fame. It isn't, it was the real one. And Gary Wright's son, David, called me and said, that we want to send you. Well, I mean, there again, I got goosebumps. I mean, me, I had to kind of pinch myself, and why me? But I guess they thought I was doing a good job of making noise, as not a problem. That's my, MO.
In 1984, the Kingdome rocked with the ear-splitting noise of football's most enthusiastic fans.
1, 2, 3, go! Seahawks!
We got some great fans. I mean, really. I mean, I know they dress funny and they're a little weird sometimes, but you know what? They're fans, and they are 100% for the Hawks. I think it shows at every game because nobody likes to come to our stadium. I read oh no, not Seattle, because it's almost like a vacuum in there, when we get going, and you better have some earplugs because when it gets loud, oh my gosh, my head's ringing half the time, but that's okay. Noise works. So if you're here only see them win and not behind them when they lose, then you're not a fan. I mean, do you know how many games I sat through at the Kingdome that we didn't win? Quite a few, but that's okay. And Dave Craig always said, don't leave yet, they're gonna win. I said, well, you gotta believe. If you don't believe, what's the point in being there, right? And I can't say a favorite player, because I can't do that either. I love my boys, all of them. And the rapport you have, I think it's special. I really do, because you can tell those players really enjoy the fans too, because they put out, and they're very nice and kind, and they don't have a problem fist bump. They're not like, well, it's all about us and we don't have time for you. No, they're very out there. Here's a nice letter I got from Kenny Easley when he was very ill, and I'd send him letters, and he sent me a very nice thank you note. Kenny, bless his heart, I have a real personal thing with him and Gail and the kids. He was a wonderful guy in the Hall of Fame when he called me out. I tell you, another blubber. I mean, it was just another moment.
Mama Blue, I know you're out there somewhere. You were a part of something back in the 70s and the 80s called the Wave.
Bill the Beer Man would be on one end of the Kingdome and I'd be on the other. And we'd just get that sucker rolling,
And I'd like to see the Wave perform just one more time for all the guys that played in the 70s and the 80s. Can you do that for a brother?
I'd be honored. I'd be honored.
Here is me in a box. I told him I'd know I'd be in a box someday, but I didn't know it'd be so soon. But I'm very proud of that. They were putting out all the players, at that time. They had all the Seahawks players in a Lego too. They couldn't do my wig, put a hat on me, but they got my boas. It was quite an honor. I mean, I thought, good grief, I are somebody. I'm a Lego. And all my kids and grandkids and great-grandkids, guess what they got for Christmas? Would you believe a Lego? Yeah. I was so honored, I couldn't believe it. And Chuck Arnold called and said, Mama Blue, we'd like to have you raise the flag. I mean, I got goosebumps now thinking about it. It was like, wow, you know? I mean, it was such an experience. It was just kind of overwhelming, you know? And like I say, Tricky was able to go, and that was the last game he was at, and he's sitting beside me over there. It was just like it was meant to be, and I couldn't have been prouder. Ran over and gave him a big kiss. I said, thanks, sonny. We made it. We were dancing fools. We swing dance, oh my God. We just loved life, you know? You get out of it what you put in it is the way I look at it. So I'm gonna put everything I got in it so I can hang around a few more years. I'll be 89 in January. My life has been a wonderful life. I just can't think of having a better one. It's been very, how should I say it? Not different, but probably different than a lot of people think of. I mean, how many people, you know, get dressed up and war paint and do that, you know? I mean, especially my age. But what the heck? I got nothing else to do, why not? These are all the good old boys. You know, of course, Dave calls me his mom. Look at Jimmy and Steve there with their milk on their lip. As you can see, I've had a lot of fun. And that's what makes the world go round. I love having fun, and I love sharing fun, and it doesn't get any better than that. So all I can say is go Hawks! Yes.